Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm Overexplained. As you can see, we are already on the world map. The 3 villages that we've already made are up and running. And I believe our next step is towards these 3 bonus resources here. So we're either going to go here or here. Now they're both royal woodlands. They both look like they offer almost identical rewards. It looks like we're going to get at least 2 more settlements, so we'll probably be able to gather all 3 of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and choose this spot right here. Now, a couple of things about the Royal Woodlands. First off, lots of roots, moss broccoli, mushrooms, and flax. There's a lot of fertile ground, so we're going to be prioritizing bringing humans along. And I think today, we're going to go ahead and take our first step into very hard difficulty. Note that that raised the food stockpiles from 36 to 54, and the experience from 70 to 140. So once again, like I said, when it comes to the jump from normal to hard mode, once you are comfortable in hard mode, you should try to make the transition to very hard mode as soon as possible, because the rewards increase quite a lot. Now, on very hard mode, we only have 2 embark points to spend, so we're going to go ahead and grab wood and eggs. Trees give more wood, that's always nice, so beavers are also a good plan. Here are the resources we'll have available to us. So I think this top caravan is the way to go. We're going to get some pickled goods, which are really nice. That will give us some bonus resolve to our lizards right away. I think lizards love pickles in addition to beavers, but we'll find out when we get in. Barrels, parts, some more wood, some coal. Let's go. Okay. So the only good one we get at this point, because we are on very hard mode, is Sun Festivities. We've used this one before. If we get complex food out there, we will get a chance to double production cycle. This is really nice. These lizards can get up to +6 resolve for the pickles that I've got, so they're going to get a bunch of resolve really quickly and really early. That's very, very good news, and we'll also give them this Sun Festivities bonus in the very, very first drizzle. So that's going to be a big early game advantage. Make our usual rectangle. I see we've got clay available, and eggs and roots. As I said last video, I'm going to avoid using the Avoid Opening Glades button because I often forget that it's on. So I'm going to go ahead and let that happen, and instead just mark up to the edge of the trees without letting them go over. We're going to choose 2 safe glades to go into, nice and early. We'll make our shelter square. Trading post. Crude workstation, and makeshift post as usual. Now I consider these all to be tier 1 buildings because they are built with farmable resources. I'm still not 100% on board with that though. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's possible that something like a stone or a woodcutter camp, which only requires parts, could be a tier 1 building. Technically the shelter does require a tier 1 material to make it, so I could consider a shelter a tier 2 building, but it doesn't feel right. I don't know. I'm still working this out. Last thing before we get started, comfort decorations. And in fact, if I get to a point where I start with more wood, I might go straight to making all 16 comfort decorations right at the beginning, so that I don't have to worry about it when upgrading this hub. Okay, do we want to gather anything else? Yeah, I think that I'm going to go ahead. Drop down a stonecutter camp as well. What are our negative effects? Fog. Villagers move slower unless they're housed. Aura of Despair. Reputation generated from Resolve is 95% slower during the storm. Not too worried about that. Rot from the Sky. Global food production is 15% slower at Hostility 3 and gets worse as Hostility gets worse. And finally, Downpour. Plus 50% chance to consume double the amount of food, so they'll eat a lot more. Unless they have both housing and services, so I do want to look out for that. First cornerstone. Gain +1 to production yields for all packs of goods, so if I decide to make a lot of packs of trade goods or whatever, this would be a good one. Fuel recipes and spices. Well, I do plan on making biscuits at some point, so I think I'm going to go with spices, although advanced fuel is also really nice. All three of these are good. I'm going to go with spices. We will find out by the end of the game whether that was a worthwhile choice. We'll put 2 people each in these woodcutting camps. And now that we've got our first orders, we can go ahead and cut into those glades. Solve 2 glade events, that's always super easy. Since we are going to be going into glades pretty quickly, we'll go ahead and pick that one up. If I get 5 simple tools, we get 5 each of bricks, fabric, and planks. If we get 4 provisions and 4 packs of crops, we get amber and people. I think I'm going to go with funding the expedition. I'm hoping we'll be able to find ourselves some simple tools at some point. Or maybe get them from another order. 2 glade events and 3 packs of building materials, or sell 15 amber worth of stuff. 15 amber worth of stuff is not a lot. This one gives us more people and meat and parts. This one gives us fewer people and wine and amber. I think we're going to go with clearing glades. I think it'll be a little bit easier and cheaper for us to get done. Once again, we have not picked our new buildings yet. I want to see what's in these glades first before I make that decision. Okay, we have plenty of fertile ground as promised, basically. We've got some mushrooms over here. So that leads me towards herbalist camp, or some sort of farm or plantation or something along those lines. Let's see what is in this one. And actually, I should probably start cutting towards this one as well. Do remember as you're playing that more clearings does increase hostility. So if hostility is an issue, don't just go cutting willy-nilly into everything. And actually, I'm not ready for them to start doing that yet until after they make their way in. More mushrooms and meat, so I definitely want to get my hands on herbalist camps. Okay, that gives me enough information to go ahead and start with the blueprint choice. Herbalist camp would allow me to grab all those mushrooms. Trapper's camp would allow me to grab the meat that we just revealed. I'm going to start with the herbalist camp because it looks like that's going to be more useful. Leatherworker, clothier, or bakery. I think we're probably going to end up doing a lot of farming, and we know that we've got mushrooms that we can make into flour. So this is kind of the end of the assembly chain, which means I'm not super happy about getting it right away, but we're going to go ahead and pick it up anyway. Now this to me is a choice between the weaver and the lumber mill. Being able to make planks very quickly and fabric very quickly are both very, very useful. I think because I'm in an area that allows me to gather a lot of wood very quickly, I think I'm going to go with the lumber mill first. But the weaver is very, very tempting. If I get to see the clothier again, weaver, clothier, boom, you've got a bunch of resolve thanks to coats. But we're going to go lumber mill. And even though I can't make them yet, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping down these buildings so that I don't forget. Now, unfortunately, we did not get any sort of blueprint that allows us to take advantage of these fields. I think we can go ahead and cut into this next glade without too much difficulty. We haven't gotten any glade events to solve yet. As predicted, our lizards are doing very, very well. However, I would rather they have that high resolve during the drizzle. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to go to consumption control. This is the brand new button that we got with an upgrade last video. And as you can see, it lists all of the things that can make your species happy, your people happy, and who gets to actually eat/make use of that. So for example, jerky gives up to +4 for lizards and also up to +4 for humans. The pickles only give to lizards, but it's up to +6. I am going to unclick that, and now the lizards cannot eat pickles until I say they can. When the drizzle comes back, I will turn that back on, and hopefully their resolve will shoot up then. Yeah, because I want them to have the complex food filled up during the drizzle so that they can get that +20% chance to double their yields. We are going to have to start building some tier 2 materials here. It's just going to be planks, though. We do need bricks to make the lumber mill. So we'll see how that goes. Stonecutter camp is online. And herbalist camp is online. As I said before, it is okay to either only have one person in a building or to even build buildings that you can't staff yet. I'll get more people at the end of the next storm. Looks like we're probably going to open up this glade during the storm, which is generally a bad idea, but it's early enough and it's not a dangerous glade. We should be okay. Is this far enough away? Yes, it is. I'm going to go ahead and also set down a storage. I stand corrected. We do manage to get in here during the clearance. We've got more fertile fields and we've got some eggs. So trapper camp or some kind of farm would be really nice. Also, glade events would be nice. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting our way into dangerous glades. There we go. I have a lizard doing nothing. What do I need them to be doing? We'll put them in the woodcutter camp, because I really want to get here like right at the beginning of the drizzle, if I can. Okay, I'm almost through. Cornerstones. Cost of rerolling blueprints is lower by 10, but you can't favor them. We'll talk about favoring them later, but we're going to skip equality for the moment. Ancient Pact. You can see the content of undiscovered glades, but discovering a glade kills a villager. This would be good to combo with something like cannibalism, but not the direction I'm hoping to go. Then again, that's what I said last time. And then +1 global resolve for every 2 impatience points. I have 2 already, and if you'll remember my last video, I did end up getting my impatience up pretty high, so this can pay dividends. So I'm going to pick Rebellious Spirit. Let's see. I think I need the beavers more, so I'm going to grab that. There we go. Now, where do we want everyone else to go? I could definitely use a couple of people in the stonecutter camp, and 1 person to keep building stuff. Okay, let's make this just a little bit faster. We'll unmark that one. Boom, there we go. Okay, we know what this is. This is a scribe. We used one of those last time. Scrolls, ale, simple tools, probably a good plan to get this one up and running. We've got lots of meat here. We've got some berries, which we can collect with the herbalist camp. That's nice. And our danger is this fuming machinery. We do have, luckily, the barrels to make this happen. If it explodes, if we hit that 7-minute mark, it will kill everything in a 10-field radius, which actually isn't so bad for me. It destroys a lot of potential, resources, but it doesn't actually reach my camp, so I'm not too worried about it. That said, we're definitely going to go ahead and solve it anyway. 15 copper bars, 8 parts, and 2 crystal growth, which means if I ever get the ability to make crystallized dew, it'll be much more efficient. I think that's definitely the way to go. And it's always nice when there's no negative effect for working on it. Sahilda has arrived. We're going to go ahead and make another storage out here. Storage can't be moved, so I'm going to place it carefully, because I know I'm going to be making a farm or something around here somewhere. 2 ancient artifacts, or pack of trades goods, and pack of crops. I think I'm going to go with the ancient tablets, because I am hoping to get toward making simple tools. And then either building materials... Fuel burns longer, that's nice. All fuel recipes are faster, and bonus coal. I think sacrificing's the way to go. Plus, it's something that I have easy control over. Once I have 20 coal or 20 oil, I can sacrifice them at the hearth and finish this at any time. Okay, so we're going to start clearing this out. We'll make a path that extends down here. Sahilda, what do you have for me? You have plantation, which would be really nice. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get 19 amber out of her, though. Slow this down a little bit. Yeah. Let's see what it would take, but I'm not optimistic. I would love to be able to pick up the blueprint for plantations. I hesitate to sell all these parts, but again, if we're able to cut into dangerous glades and solve things, often the rewards include parts. Same deal with orders. Often they include parts as a reward. So this is a big risk, but I'm going to try it anyway. And actually, before I do that, I am going to check in on the plantation really fast. Find out what it costs to make. At any time, you can go into this atlas and look things up. It costs 2 planks to make, and that's it. Okay, good. Just making sure it didn't require parts. It would have really sucked if I had sold parts that I really needed to build the very building that I was hoping for. All right, what else? Resin usually sells pretty well. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, there we go. And then wood. Yikes. I'm gonna keep some of this. Okay, so are we going to trade 6 parts, 80 wood, 10 clay, and 20 resin for the ability to make a plantation? I think we are, because we don't have any easy access to plant fiber in order to make cloth, and we really need cloth as one of those like foundational tier 2 resources that you absolutely need to have. Plus, at the moment, we are totally wasting all of this wonderful fertile ground. So we're immediately going to drop a plantation there. We're immediately going to drop farm fields all over the place. And we need someone to actually build those. I don't actually need a ton of stone right now. Yeah. That said, we are coming up on the end of the drizzle, so unfortunately this is not going to be super duper useful until next year. But like, yeah, we need to make one up here as well. I'm going to go ahead and start the process of making fabric. How many planks do I have? 8. All right, we're going to set a limit of 20 because I don't want to use up all of my wood making planks. I'll go ahead and start making bricks as well, which means we're going to put a second person in here now that we're making all 3. Cannot wait to make more efficient buildings, though. Little over a minute left on that one. Then he's going to have to carry, see, 8 parts right there. Perfect. Totally fine that I sold all those parts. I'm definitely going to want this storage out here as soon as possible. In fact, let's talk priority. I want the lumber mill first, because getting those planks out is super, super necessary. The plantation and the other plantation I want to get done quickly as well. It's already done. Yeah, that one's already done. And then the storage. I don't have anyone collecting rain right now. But I think I'm good as far as how my minions are spread out here. Definitely want that trapper camp. Nice. Into the storm. Still just barely clinging to hostility level 0, so I don't have to worry about fog. Though looking at it, everyone's housed, so I would not have to worry about fog anyway. And in fact, now that I am in the storm, I think what I'm going to do... This is a tough choice. During the storm, they should be fertilizing the ground to get bonus chances for bonus resources. Lumber mill is finished. So we can take this beaver out of the workstation, put them in there, where they will make planks up to a limit of 60, which means we can remove planks from the menu. I am gonna leave someone in here to start making fabric the moment that... Actually, it's gonna be a little while before fabric harvests come in, so for the moment I can actually take them out entirely. So we'll put one in there to collect rain. The other will stay out here to build things. Okay. Surprise Child, Hidden Reward, Forest Mitigation. Surprise Child means 1 lizard for every 25 eggs produced. I do have a couple of sources of eggs around. At the moment, not enough for me to, like, really want to go all in on it. Ancient tablet for every 2 Glade events solved. We haven't really seen a lot of Glade events yet, but we've solved 1 so far. Yeah, I think keeping the hostility low is the way to go here. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Now, we're back in the drizzle. It's planting season. I need to make sure that the plantations are specifically humans, because I want those bonus yields. Good, 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 good. Do I need 3 woodcutter camps at the moment? I don't think I do. I'm selling this one. Oh no, I have 2 woodcutter camps. Ooh, that was close. I'm gonna go ahead and staff this one. That does bring me up to hostility 1. No worries. As a side note, you'll notice that sometimes I do misspeak or hesitate or that sort of thing. That's because I tend to record these without a script in one go. And it does also mean that I will get things wrong. I try really hard to address things that I get wrong in either the description or in a pinned comment, but if you notice anything that I say that's incorrect, please, please, please put in a comment, let me know. I will absolutely either pin it or add it to my... There we go. Or add it to my description. Forbidden Glades are always very tempting. But I think we're going to learn a lesson from last time and wait until we're, like, making things that might be able to solve that event before we get there. That said, I do need another Glade event, which means probably another dangerous Glade. So where can I go? There. I've got 2 options. I think I'm going to cut out into this one. There we go. This stonecutter camp's gonna come out here and start picking up more clay. Okay, now that we're coming up on, you know what I forgot to do? And this sucks, so take the lesson. I was supposed to have the pickles available again for the lizards, and I did not. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them start eating them again. But it was a good idea on my part, I just forgot on the execution. It happens. If it happens to you, don't beat yourself up. New orders. Tablets and Glades or Beaver Resolve. I really want those tools. I find that when you are sort of starting out at the game, aiming for simple tools is a really good thing to sort of consistently go for. We'll also do Trailblazing. So I'm glad we took the anti-hostility stuff because we're about to make a whole lot of hostility. Now we're going to be making plant fiber here. So it's now time to put someone, somewhere, into, I guess it'll be the stonecutter camp person, into the crude workstation, start making some fabric. See what we get over here. We're gonna go ahead and delete these last 3 trees because I don't wanna cut into the dangerous glade during the storm if I can avoid it. Now I have solved 2 glade events now, so we're gonna go ahead and pick up 3 people, 30 stone, 4 infused tools. Very nice. Small farm would allow me to take advantage of some of the other farm fields, or I could get roots and herbs. Let's take a look at the recipes I've got available. Biscuits could use roots or herbs. I also need flour, but I can make flour with mushrooms, and I do have a fair number of mushroom deposits out there. So I'm thinking that herb garden is probably the way to go. And we're going to set it by... Where is it? Ah, here it is. Oh, there's still stuff there. Okay, cool. Will it still hit them all? It won't. Okay, so I do have to wait until this little bit of rock is cleared away. And it's fine, because we're in the clearance anyway. So, we'll just let them keep working on that clay deposit. And actually, I should probably have, now that I've opened that glade, I should probably come back here and clear out this area a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and see what's in here first. We don't have much to trade. He's got a cookhouse, which is nice. 3 incense for every 10 roots produced would be a really nice perk, especially if I start planting a bunch of herb gardens. But I don't think I can afford it. I think I don't have anything for him right now. Yet more fields. We do have the infused tools for this, but I'm going to hold on to the infused tools because I feel like we're going to need them later on if we like break into something big. And I do have a harvester's camp that I can use to start gathering even more fiber. I also need to start working on packs of building materials now. How many do I need? I need 3. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start clearing out specifically areas around fertile ground. It seems like we're gonna be able to just start really mass producing a lot of these farmables. Nice. We've got 12 more charges on that. And then 20 on this one. That said, if we could clear this out a little bit more, we'll be able to maybe set the plant or set the herb garden up here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Ah, now, this is new. And now we have to talk about corruption and the Blight. Over here in this third tab, the heart of the colony is protected by the holy flame, blah, 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 but it does gain this Blight Rot over time. Now, where does that Blight Rot come from? Well, if we look at these buildings, each building has its own Blight Rot counter here, as you can see. If we get up to here, it means that there is like an actual physical Blight Rot flower somewhere on the building. You can't destroy the building. However, if you let it stay, eventually it actually grants bonuses. Blight Rot cysts produce a pollen that makes workers move faster, and then the Blight Rot actually creates a 25% chance for double production. So there is good reason to leave Blight on your buildings. It makes them produce more. However, it also means that they create corruption. And if the Ancient Hearth gets to 100% corruption, I believe 5 random villagers are killed. Now, do I have any Blight Rot flowers yet? I don't see any. Oh wait, there it is. Ah ha ha, as you can see, just barely under the tree there is a flower sitting on that gatherer. You'll see that I can't safely destroy it, and it's adding 60 corruption per minute to my hearth. So how do you deal with Blight Rot? Well, the easiest and fastest way to deal with it is to make a Blight Post. You don't actually have to make this until the corruption actually starts being an issue, so year 3, year 4 is usually about the right time. And we'll talk more about what to do once this actually gets built. We've got homeless folks, so we're going to have to fix that right now. I don't know if this one's going to count as being inside the range. Let's find out. It's kind of right on the edge. And back to the drizzle. We have our packs of building materials, so we're going to go ahead and finish that order up. We get 4 people, some meat, some parts. New cornerstone. Villagers have a plus 10% chance for bonus yields from production, but consumption control is disabled. Global production is 30% faster, but trading is unavailable. And then reputation from resolve is plus 50%, but hostility goes up as well. I think I'm not really going to be using the restriction for the rest of today, possibly because I forgot to put the pickle restriction back away. So I'm going to go with that one. Bonus yields is always really nice. Do I want stone or do I want fiber and insects? Well, I should already be making a bunch of fiber. So I think I want the stone. Now I've got plenty of people. There we go. And you just, again, cut out that little bit there. And we'll make farm fields out of what we can. Roots and barrels could be nice. Then again, reputation and amber also nice. We'll send it to the Citadel for some amber. Now this one's going to cut into this dangerous glade. Not making the new building yet. We'll see what's in here first. Of course they have to make a delivery just before they get in there. Of course they do. There we go. Okay, so we got a bunch more meat. We've got a bunch more fertile ground. We've got another cache. And our... Oh, we've got a camp here. So we can either bring in 6 new people, or we can send them to the Citadel for 15 amber. I think the new people is going to be the way to go. We're going to have to expand pretty rapidly, but because we've got so much fertile ground, we are definitely going to be able to feed everybody. So we're going to send someone over here with some insects. So that'll bring you in. Now, our danger is this termite burrow. After 10 minutes, it will destroy all stored bricks, fabric, and planks. Not good. I do have the resin for this, but while I'm working on it, harvesting and planting will be slower. And it'll be -7 to global resolve. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on my lizard's resolve. As you can see, it's only at 9 right now. I think I'm safe to work on this right now, but I will have to keep my eyes open. If I win, I either get +2 clay production as well as some stone and some clay, or I get a termite nest which just generates insects every minute. It's also a harmony decoration, which we can use to get our hearth up to its maximum level. I like converting these. We're going to drop 2 lizards in there to make it 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to investigate it. And now we're going to look at our blueprints. Coats would be very nice. Ale would be very nice. Wine would be very nice. My current fabric is being made out of the crude workstation, which isn't great. Don't have any, like, build certain buildings orders. Pickled goods would make beavers and lizards happy. Jerky's also nice. I'm going with the cellar. Also, this is an excellent place to put a makeshift hearth once something's cleared out. Don't have the space for it right now. still have a couple of homeless folks. So we'll go ahead and fix that. I think one more quad should be good. And actually, now that my population is up, I should start making decorations. Specifically, these aesthetic decorations. I like making flower beds. You make whatever you want. We need bricks. I will start making bricks, and I will assign a second person to the crude workstation. You'll see there's also a Blight Rot growing on that. I could also make a makeshift hearth out here, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do. There's a lot of resources out here, and there's this forbidden glade up here that I'm definitely going to try to get to at some point. There we go. Still need to get into more glades, but for now, we are putting in this lizard into this blight post. It will start producing this purging fire. What purging fire does is it's used during the storm to fight blight rot, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. For now, you can use anything that's burnable. We're going to use wood because it's all we've got. Let's see, where else is there? Over here is a place that I needed to clear out a little bit. Not the most elegant placement, but that's okay. We're going to start by uncovering the field, and then we'll use these folks to open these glades later on. Okay, so the stonecutter finally cleared everything out. It looks like there's nothing left on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Still no trapper camp, yeah? Yeah, annoying. I've got all this meat just standing there and I can't harvest it. How are you doing? You're almost done. How are you doing? You're almost done. So we're about to have a large influx of people, which means we're going to need things like shelters and jobs. How am I doing on parts? I've got plenty of parts. So we're going to start sort of picking up these eggs and these roots. I can get 80 leisure, or I can sell 45 amber worth of stuff and have 40 spark due. I'm pretty sure I already have the spark due, so selling stuff shouldn't be too bad. Can I move you? No. Okay. So our termite nest is now giving us insects, which is really nice. We're working on this second makeshift hearth. Oh, there's a glade event behind it, right. As a side note, the Hearth Keepers do not add their bonus that they do on the Ancient Hearth. As I said, the fact that there is a lizard here means that everyone gets a +1 to global resolve, but that is only the Ancient Hearth, not the Makeshift Hearth. Also, I think we've got space for another hearth out here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And this woodcutter camp can sort of bridge the gap between the two. And then we'll just have this big forest in the middle that we can deal with if we need to. Okay, now, we're going to watch carefully in 1x speed. You are Krahi Emberblood. Are you the right person? Ah, no, it's you. See how he is using fire to kill that Blight Rot. Boom, and now it's gone. So if you want to fight Blight Rot, that's the way to go. If you don't want to fight Blight Rot, you can always click this button that means they will leave that building alone if you want. I'm not going to do that because I want them to defeat this Blight Rot over here. So that is the Blight, that's how it works. Yep, we're going to be getting insects pretty quick here. And now that I've gotten so many new people, I have to really radically figure out what everyone is doing. I can't just let people stay idle. I have to have some folks in place. Okay, so we're going to make... What do we need to make? I need to make simple tools still, which I don't have a building for yet. We're making wine, or I'm sorry, we're making pickled goods. We need a way to make either barrels, pottery, or water skins. That will help us a lot. Is there anything that I've got? Barrels, pottery. I do have a place that makes pottery. My bakery makes pottery using clay specifically, which I don't have. All right, we are going to go ahead and build the bakery, unless I already have one. Looks like I don't have one set down yet. Find a good spot for it. Now, as another note, here in the city buildings, you get these hydrants. If you have a hydrant, it allows the Blight fighters to use it to restock on fuel instead of going all the way back to the Blight post. So anytime you've got some production buildings that are way out here, might be a good idea to just drop a hydrant out there. Okay, now, again, we're going to drop an herb garden right here. And I think I see some more fertile ground out there, so we're just going to clear out this whole little area. And I need to make absolutely sure that all of my fertile ground is being used. At the moment, it's not. So, another herb garden. Set it right there. We'll make sure there are paths that get out there. We've got plenty of people, so we can do a lot of building right now. I also want to make sure I've got plenty of plant fiber. Which is Harvester Camp. I no longer need 5 roots per minute because I'm making roots just fine. Every opened cache lowers hostility, that's nice. Bonus vegetable production. Well, I don't have the small farm to make vegetables with, so that's not super useful to me right now. I guess it is the best out of these picks, though. Take more parts. More parts means I can make more camps, which means I can produce more stuff. We got Zorg. We've got a little bit to trade now. Harvesting crops is faster? Absolutely, yes, please. Perfection. Now, there is an option here that I have not mentioned yet because I haven't actually used it myself. You can, in fact, attack the trader, and I don't know how that works out. So at some point in a future video, I will actually attempt to attack the trader and find out what that looks like. Start working on this area in the middle here. And hey, look, we've got this other bit of farmland. We will go ahead and put the herb garden again on that one. So we have to pay close attention because the moment these get built, I want to put humans specifically in them. We are at the beginning of the drizzle, so they should still have some time to plant.
Yeah. Clara.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, Manu, Mira.
Can I make anything with the bakery yet? No, I need things that I don't have. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have clay, would you? No, but you do have barrels, which I could use. So I could do a quick trade. I don't have a lot to offer. There we go. So now I should be able to make pickles and ale. But pickles is the one I want to make because it will boost me immediately. Barrels and berries, perfect.
Howdy.
Once again, searching for humans that are doing things that aren't particularly suited for humans. I did just put a human into the cellar, which I like, but I like bonus resources more. And you can now, yeah, you're making pickles, you are making jerky. Herbalist camp has nothing nearby. Let's see. We got mushrooms up here, so we'll grab those. And actually, I still have a lot of lizards that aren't doing anything. We'll put them into the scavenger camp. We'll put one into the rain collector. We'll put 2 into the harvester's camp. And and we'll put one into the hearth to keep that going. And in fact, we don't have a whole lot of homeless folks yet, but we are going to have to start making some homes out here. There we go. I do need to sell more goods. I do need to cut into more glades. But I think we're doing pretty good overall. How are we doing on planks? Great, we're doing fantastically on planks. I still have a bunch of unemployed folks. So I think what I'm going to do is make a lot of paths. If I've got a lot of unemployed people, that's people that can be making paths. I do have some stone. I'm going to make some paved roads, specifically like on some of the more well-traveled areas. And then I'll make some more paths that go around. Same deal here. There we go. And actually, I think it is about time for us to go ahead, cut into a non-dangerous glade. And possibly a second one if I've got the time. You're still clearing stuff out there. Low on fuel. Okay, what did we get? Well, we did get a sea marrow deposit, but it looks like only one. So that's unfortunate. Some eggs. Nothing particularly exciting. Let's cut into this dangerous one. Got a new blueprint. What I really need is something that can make either barrels or, like, clay. Biscuits is good, but I already have a bakery. Skewers are good, but I can't collect meat because I don't have trapper camps. So I guess carpenter it will have to be. Carpenter or brewery is what I'm waffling between right now. The problem is I don't really have a way to make the materials for either. We'll go with the brewery. Mainly just because it makes people happy. But I doubt I'm going to be staffing it anytime soon. I am really low. Okay, so maybe it is time for a third woodcutter camp at this point. Because I am running out of fuel. So we're gonna build this up really quick. And I guess that means I'm gonna have to cut into this later. There. I'll cut into this during the clearance. And I'm gonna let them gather however they want. That should fix my fuel issues. Nice. Let's go ahead and have you focus on the roots, specifically, because this little break here annoys me. can already make ale out of roots, but I mean, I have a brewery now, so I don't have to. I do have enough copper to make some simple tools, but I think I can make them more cheaply. Only with the scribe. Okay, because I did not choose the carpenter. Right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and have that scribe make some simple tools. We'll use planks because we've got plenty. We'll use copper bars because we've got some.
Hombre.
$200 wood, 20 provisions, or 20 humans. I have 10 humans currently. This one's the easier one to get. I think I'm going to go with that one. And then finally, either trade goods and luxury goods or trade goods and building materials. We're going to go with rich delivery. Not doing great this run through in getting orders done. Yeah, let's go ahead and produce wine as well. I mean, the pickles are nice, but I do want to start turning wine into other things. So we'll start doing both. Except I don't want to make them both out of berries. We'll make the wine out of mushrooms. Yes, mushroom wine. Delicious. Newly discovered resource nodes have 10 more charges. Blight Extractor. For every completely infected building, you get 3 amber per minute, but also plus 10 hostility. So this we've been seeing for a while now. Now we know what it does. If we let a building get all the way to 100% hostility, or not hostility, Blight Rot, then it'll start generating amber and hostility. Not really interested in that. Bonus to Ancient Hearth's resistance makes it easier for you to avoid that corruption. However, since I'm just destroying all the blight as I see it, that's not helpful to me either. We're going to go ahead and take Rich Glades. And now we're going to cut our way directly into at least 2 more glades. I can do better than that. There we go. New people. Copper bars, always nice. And now we need to make sure that not everybody, but most people have jobs. And homes. Everyone is currently sheltered. That's good. And in fact, we can start making more decorations. I need a service building to get up to the next one, but that doesn't stop me from making the rest of these decorations in advance. So there's my 8 comfort decorations. I need 4 more aesthetic decorations. Make some flower beds. And then we'll make 4 fire shrines along this pathway. Harvester camp ran out of stuff. Fortunately, we've got a whole lot of fiber right up here that we can harvest. Alright, what do we got in here? Ooh, that's intimidating. So our danger is an open vault. Minus 16 for woodcutters and gatherers. Interesting. So if I do this, I'm going to want to fire as many woodcutters and gatherers as I can afford, which is going to be tough because my fuel isn't doing great. I can either get ancient tablets, which will satisfy archaeology. So that's definitely what I'm going to do. I am also producing roots, so getting incense is great. This also, okay, this gives me another space to get burnables as well. So we're going to put a camp right out there. We've got tons of eggs available. We're going to make a storage out here. We're going to make a path out here. Okay. And we still need one more glade. Well, let's see what happens to our resolve, and we'll mitigate it if we have to. Okay, so we're going to put a couple of beavers in there. Also, impatience grows faster, which might suck because I am, like, not doing great when it comes to impatience. Not actually killing my resolve. Okay. I was worried for a second there. And I should be cutting into another glade somewhere. Yes, right here. Yet more wonderful fertile ground. Trailblazing is done, so we're going to deliver that. That'll get us some pottery, which will allow us to make wine. Amber, and +3 to global resolve. Very nice. It also lowers our impatience and gives us a blueprint. Since we are going to be creating incense, but we're also going to be creating wine. Do I have the ability to make training materials? I don't. We already have some wine, so here's my sort of options here. Follow me. The temple takes incense and turns it into religion. Also, it makes sacrificing better. I can also make scrolls for education. I do have the ability to make scrolls. I do have a scribe up here. I don't have a whole lot in the way of pigment, but I can also use wine to make pigment, or to make scrolls. So I feel like that might be the best way to go, because I should be able to set myself up for both religion and education, since now roots are going to give me incense. The other option would be the guild house, which turns wine into luxury, but that only helps the beavers. So I think the temple is definitely the way to go. We're going to place that right away near our main hearth, if I can find space. Let's see. We'll go ahead and clear out that space right there. We'll have to rebuild those decorations, but that's fine. There we go. Got an herbalist camp with no deposits, so we're going to move you over here to start collecting from these berry bushes. I'm going to start allowing scrolls using plant fiber and wine, because we do have some already. Scavenger camp doesn't have anything nearby. That's because I wasn't allowing it to get eggs. Now it can. And Zorg has arrived. What do you have for me? Tell me you've got some good, or something good. I was hoping for clay so that I could make the pottery myself, but you do have the ability to make pottery. Bonus plant fiber. I am producing a lot of plant fiber. There we go. I'm at 9 out of 45 goods sold. It's going to be a while, friends. It's going to be a while. Now, these ancient tablets, though, I should be getting those pretty quick, right? Yeah, we got 2 more minutes on that. I'll be able to get the ancient tablets and finish archaeology. And, wait, how many do I get? I get 3. So, unfortunately, I won't get both ancient artifacts and archaeology. We'll have to choose one. I don't have any coal or any oil to sacrifice, so that's unfortunate. You can make scrolls, but you shouldn't. Still don't have any flour for the bakery. We're gonna kick up the priority of this temple. We are now in Aura of Despair, but only for the storm. Reputation gain from Resolve is lower. I don't really care about that. Fuel doesn't seem to be an issue any longer. How are we doing up here? You only have 6 people, but you have the housing. So I'll wait on you. Temple is going up. More decorations are going up. Hey, we got our 5 simple tools from a event, so that's good. We didn't have to build them. That'll give us some planks and some fabric, but most importantly, it'll give me some reputation and lower the impatience a little bit. Provisioner can get me flour, which I can then feed into my bakery. I think that's the way to go. We should be getting those ancient tablets any day now. Now, if we get all 3 in here, it makes goods sacrificed longer. That's not really necessary. So we're just going to go ahead and put a single lizard in the temple. It's going to turn incense into religion. It's going to turn scrolls into education. Why did you go out? I have the fuel. Oh, it just went out for a second. I don't know what happened there. You're done, so I'm no longer getting that big resolve hit. And all I need them to do is bring me back those 3 ancient tablets, and we will be good to go. Okay. Which one of these do we want? Do we want 12 simple tools, 40 leather, and bonus pottery for discovering glades? Or do we want 2 more people, 20 amber, and 3 infused tools? 3 infused tools is not enough to do anything with. More pottery would be good. I think we're going with archaeology. If we can find 1 more ancient artifact, obviously we'll finish this one too. I'm already making pickled goods somewhere else, right? Yeah, I'm making it in the cellar currently, and they're both 1 star, so it's fine either way. Let's get this provisioner going. I now have plenty of simple tools. I could definitely use the clay. Then again, more amber is better, because if I can get a ton of amber, I should be able to finish out this goods sold. So we're gonna assign you. 2 minutes is fine, and we'll send it to the Citadel. New cornerstone. Plus 60% to all goods produced in the brewery. Not just beer, but specifically in the brewery. We're doing that, and we are switching up immediately. Pickled goods are no longer going to be made in the cellar. They're now going to be made in the brewery. Yeah, definitely. We need more humans, so we'll take the one with more humans. We're at 12 out of 20 for human majority. So we can get packs of provisions, but we don't really need them. Instead, we're going to make root flour. And that's it. We'll put 1 person in here. And then let's find the bakery. Once we have flour, we can start mass producing both pie and biscuits. So I'm going to put 2 people in here. Both lizards, because again, bonus resolve. And in the provisioner, I'm going to make sure there are 2 people in there cranking out flour as fast as possible. That should give me a significant bonus to my resolve. We got 5 minutes until Zorg comes back, which is just as well, because then we'll have all of this bonus amber to spend. We're gonna go ahead and make some packs of building materials. We need 25 though. Not that one, this one. Start making planks again. And we're getting plenty of wine now. I can start making more scrolls. So as you can see, we are getting a +4 for education for the beavers. Now what I really need is a way to produce incense, because I want to make sure I'm cranking out religion as well. So we're going to go with the smokehouse. No, not what I meant. That one. And we're going to put the smokehouse right there. We are at the district level. That's nice. How about our other ones? You now have enough people that if I make some decorations... There we go. That'll level that up a little bit. We are now using pottery in 2 places, but I think that's okay. We have the scrolls, so education is definitely happening. And yes, finally, religion is now happening as well, which is helping both our humans and our lizards. And with Zorg arriving, we can go ahead and sell 15 amber to get what exactly? Bonus pottery. Straight up clay would have been nice, but we're going to go ahead and buy biscuits. Because they're one thing we can't make. And I think we're coming up on the end game. So I'm hoping with 35 biscuits, I will be able to start really cranking up my happiness. That's 24 out of 45 goods sold. That's 32 out of 45. Now, I could keep building these packs of building materials, or I could sell them. I don't need the copper for anything. I don't really need these tools for anything. I've got plenty of both resin and planks. I've got more herbs than I know what to do with. I have more berries than I know what to do with. How much amber will you give me? $25. And that gets us up into trade and industry. We will go ahead and close that out. Beaver house, brickyard, or cookhouse. I think the beaver house is the way to go. We'll start setting those down because we are going to be making plenty of planks. There we go. I keep looking at this provisioner or this storage and seeing the exclamation point, but it's behind it. Oh, look how happy everybody is. Herbalist camp just ran out of deposits. It looks like there aren't any more available. So we're going to ditch it. Scavenger camp, though, there are plenty of eggs and roots still out there. We'll go ahead and hit up these roots. We're going to put a third firefighter in for the time being. This will help us with fuel, although it looks like we've got plenty now. Yeah, look at that. We'll probably put more lizards in there in a minute, but that's going to start producing incense, which is going to start making my people very happy. And in fact, look at that resolve. Just look at it climb. Peasant supplies. Gain 10 packs of provisions for every 10 villagers in town. At a quick glance, I've got 47 villagers. I'm picking that up just to sell, if nothing else. Coal, herbs, and an amber. I need lots of humans. Both of these have 2. We'll go there. We'll put lizards in the smokehouse. I'm almost done with my packs of building materials. Can I make trade goods? I can over at the lumber mill. Using either flour or pottery, both of which I'm using to make other stuff, though. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to rely on resolve here. Put another makeshift hearth out here. Make it another hub. I don't know that that's necessary, though. Okay, so we've got all our building materials, so you no longer need to be in the post. I have just so little clay. Can I make barrels? I can, but I would need copper or crystallized dew, which I don't have. Can I make water skins? No. Okay, so I'm kind of screwed on continuing to make that level of things, but still doing okay. Got a few homeless folks, so let's go ahead and get that fixed. And in fact, we're already doing that by building these beaver houses. That should be enough to get everybody housed. And you know what? You know what we're gonna do? Just for the fun of it. This is hubris. But we are going to cut into this forbidden glade. This is definitely hubris. Then again, if my sort of quick mental calculations are right, I'll probably finish this up before that becomes relevant. Guildhouse, Tavern, Clan Hall. We're gonna go with Tavern. We're gonna build it out here. I do have plenty of ale already, like, stockpiled, so this'll definitely help. Also, I need more housing out here, which means I need more space. I do have other woodcutters, right? Yeah, why don't you move in here and just start clearing the way out here so that I can start making more houses. We are gaining 0.55 resolve per minute, so a little bit less than 2 minutes per full point. Now we're generating 0.67 reputation per minute. I think we're going to do just fine. I think we're about done with this run. Now, hostility's pretty high, so this storm might still be bad, but I'm so close to victory. Global food production is 15% slower. Reputation from resolve is slower. I'm actually not too worried about either of those. I'm just gonna let it go. By putting 3 people in the tavern, I get +3 global resolve. Also, now they will start to sell this ale, which turns into leisure, which turns into specifically resolve for humans and beavers. My final cornerstone. Nothing really useful. We'll go with the advanced fuel recipes. We'll pick up some new people. But I do believe that this run is finished. GG. Look at all those deeds. So as you could see, the move from hard to very hard isn't that big. It can seem a lot worse than it is. So if you're not sure whether you're ready to move up or not, give it a try. Remember, if you mess up a run, there's always the next run. So please do, once you feel comfortable with hard mode, jump up to very hard to get those extra rewards. Speaking of rewards, we got new Citadel upgrades as usual. We have access to a new species, the Harpy. They are a noble and fragile species with a primal aggressive side. They excel at alchemy, and they love to work with cloth. So they gain bonus resolve in a weaver or a clothier, and they gain bonus production in things like the Blight Post and the Apothecary. A Smelter makes copper bars and crystallized dew. This has been a long time coming. There have been a lot of times when I've been able to produce copper, but I haven't been able to press it into the copper bars that I need to make tools or barrels or whatever. The bathhouse fulfills a brand new need, cleanliness, which only the Harpies have. It also provides regular baths good health, which gives some bonuses. The cooperage primarily makes barrels, but it also makes training gear and cosmetics. We got a couple new cornerstones. Tanning racks is +2 to leather production, and generous gifts is 20% more goods for every gained hub level when you get a new caravan. All good stuff. We also got a big pile of experience points, 140, and 54 food stockpiles. So we're back in the world map. We're going to check in with the city, and we've got 9 deeds to turn in. Discovery 1, bonus XP. First real expedition. Difficulty normal or higher in the Royal Woodlands. Another 50 XP. Complete 10 orders. Gain 10 points of reputation through villager resolve. That means that it's going up by itself because of the resolve. And that gets us to level 5. We pick up the Artisan, which gets us coats and pigment and barrels at reasonable efficiency. The Press is excellent for making oil, which again would have been very useful in several of my previous runs because oil can be used to make other things that I need. The Monastery is religion and leisure. Old Farlouf is a beaver trader who gives me metal, fuel, tools, building materials, as well as blueprints and perks. New Cornerstone, Exploring Expedition. You took some of the best explorers from the Smoldering City with you. Gain a constant -5 to global resolve, but +15 for 5 minutes every time a new glade is discovered. This is one of my favorite cornerstones. I use it all the time, because as you've seen in this channel, I tend to run a very exploration-heavy game. So being able to shoot my villagers' resolve through the roof every 5 minutes by cutting into a glade is very good for me. And then, of course, frequent caravans. You gain 3 global resolve for 60 seconds every time you finish a trade route. Now, we don't know what trade routes are yet because we didn't unlock those until level 4, I believe, so that will become a thing in the next video. Still rolling in it. We had a settlement with at least 40 villagers, which gives us access to this lamp decoration. We won a game with 0 villagers dying. So that's worth 50 XP. We won on difficulty very hard, so that gives us this pipe ending. We can now have a pipe come out of the ground connect it, and then put it back in the ground, which I think is kind of cool. Win a game with at least 5 rep points gained through Resolve, which I did. So we get this road sign, which is another aesthetic decoration. And that's it for deeds. Let's look at upgrades. We still only have 2 machinery and 2 artifacts, so we're going to have to stick to the ones that are only food. You have 1 additional option to choose from when picking blueprints for reputation. This is definitely the one, because, I mean, think over the past few videos how often I've been frustrated about not having the right blueprint at the right time. This gives me another chance. And up here, we have Blueprint Reroll, which allows you to pay Amber to reroll blueprints that are offered to you. So even with the bonus blueprint, if I don't get what I want, I can re-roll it by spending Amber. I'm definitely unlocking this one too. Now I have 26 food left, so I have 2 options. Either I can gain the Embark bonus vegetables and meat, or I can do trade routes, which is what we were talking about before. So I'm definitely going to go with trade routes, because in the next video, I want to show you how to use them to increase your Amber income. And with that, I think we are all done. Thank you very much. I love you all very much. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.